Greetings. Mike here with the administrators. Time for a ramble session. A lot of what we talk about is quantum physics. You get right down to it. Scriptures are quantum. I found a little army man. Now this army man, guns on his back, communications, he's comms. He's comms. So, hey, got the army with us there. We do have an army with us. It's getting bigger all the time. There's part of the army that thinks they're in the army, aren't in the army. Oh, I know. It's humorous back there. It's way up there. Hey, I'm pretty happy. The only bone that I've really ever broken, I do believe, is my nose. That happened diving in swimming pool. Going deep, diving deep. Yeah, if it happened to me, it is so serendipitous. Things happen for a reason. If you look back on it, you'll see it if you look closely. If you look closely. Kind of on the lookout. I always like to watch, but I don't wear one. Wasn't much of a talker, much of a yapper either. Became kind of a yappy rapper. Wrapped in the raiment of Ra. The ultimate rapper, Ra. He's a Ra man, the Ray man. Yeah. Armies. Warriors. War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Let me take you back, way back. Saturn. Let's go back to Saturn. Can you say turn Saturn around? Do it again. Get around to it. Retrograde is a do-over. It's a redo. It's a redo like that little Jean-Claude Van Damme. The Van Damme. What damn. The dam. It ain't letting your river flow. There's a dam that ain't letting your river flow. Ah, yes, sir, that's right. Yeah, see, Stone River ain't running no more. Couple of poet laureates, J.J. Cale, Leon Russell. Hooked on Cale. I covered this already. Cover version. I'm repeating in retrograde. And tell it to you again, my friend. That's just it. A lot of times people are just so invisible. They're not seen, they're not heard at all. They're heard. We're just out there in the middle of it. That's it. They're not heard, they're still not seen. Like a zebra out there. Guerrilla warfare, you know, in your camouflage. Your makeup. A lot of symbology. Gotta know a little about being freaky. Because of Simba roar in there. The animal kingdom. It's when you're working with. You got a ram to work with, higher mind. You got a bull to work with, lower mind. I like to spin the bull, never shoot him. We are kind of a tornado. That's why I'm the Toreador. Toreador. Spin. Tor. Go back to your lore about Thor. Odin. Frigga. Freya. Your fairy tales. Odin, the single-eyed god, is the single-eyed god. We're going to cover this one again. Another cover version. Because Leon was out in the wood. Out in that wood. Been there, done that. As a matter of fact. That's right, Teddy Jack. Teddy. Let's get Teddy. Teddy. Theodore. Theodore. Theology. Theology. Because we adore him. There's one we adore. Yeah, and he's a door. Not only is he a rose, he a door. Door to the eternal ever after. There's a message. There's a message in this mess we're in. That's all I'm here for. It's the only reason I'm here. I'm doing a be back myself. A lot of people are. They wanted to be here for this. They wanted to be here. We wanted to be here. We remembered to come back here for the roundup. We're circling up some wagons, carts, Dharma wheels, big wheels keep on turning. Proud Mary. Chinese year of the ox. Aleph is the ox. That ox head turned over becomes your A for the air sign. They're Aerosmithy. Scarfing it up there, Steven. Blue sky today. Willie had a blue sky song, I think it was. And then there's Whiskey River. And you just want to get in the river with his key. There's a key for that. There's a key for that. Getting in that river. I met a gentleman named Barry. I asked Barry, "Set for Bernard?" He said, "No, it's Barry." Very, very interesting. Because the berries make the Nouveau Beaujolais, the new wine. You always want the new wine. Yeah, everybody likes their own old wine, old wine, old wine. How long can they whine? Huh? It's just wine. Let's. I mentioned before, let's just say it again. The rainbow flag, it's upside down. That means it's in distress. The country's in distress. See, and they don't even know what it means. See how bad it is? See how blind? Blind. Here to open eyes. Who wants to see? Who wants to keep their head in the sand? See this little event. You have your personal event, but then there's an event out here in the future that when enough of these personal events happen, some of these other events happen, and everybody is born into it instead of having to remove a bunch of crap here put in by others. You had no control over it. The people before did. They weren't seekers. They weren't looking. They were listening a little bit, hearing some, going on that blind faith. Faith's great. Faith is great. Must be great to have great faith. Be grateful and you'll be great. Yeah, be grateful, full of love, compassion. That only jumpstarts, enhances the immune system. Listening to that, listening to the talking heads on TV, those spin casters, should really give them a gig or a noose for the news. It's the noose. Wiggle out. Where are we going? Well, hopefully not. Well, the battle. See the battle? It's for the mind. The game started 2,000 years ago. See, the rules were held by certain people. And fear and confusion is used as a weapon. Gee, that still works today. So effective. Especially if you're in the program, and you are. It's part of the crossover. Jump in the gap. Hey, you know, I'm in advertising. Communications. Now watch these things. And one of them really cracks me up. And it's about the spark gap. Anyhow, you know, you have to arc over from one hemisphere to the other. The carnival to the spiritual side. Carnival, spiritual side. And it's the feminine side. Yeah, I got an arc over there. The gap, jumped over that gap, jumped that, across that stream, the road, crossroad. Got to go to the crossroad there with Papa Legba. Met Papa Legba. Papa Legba. Pachamama. Huitacocha. Golly. Yeah, you got some Haitian voodoo. Hardcore voodoo. You got some Louisiana voodoo. Oh, your ruse there. Yeah. Got a lot of ruse there. Your voodoo. Cooking up some stew. In that pot of stew. Pot of stew. Simmer down. I don't know. Yeah, I know how they don't. I don't know why. I know why they don't get anything done up there at the. Those politicians. That room's so full of gas. They're gassing themselves. Can't think. So full of hot air and gas. Gaseous. Here were those KMOD guys that were so funny. They had a shtick about that. A good shtick. Broom closets. Got some broom closets. Certain denominations will park behind the liquor store. Some go right. Hey, now you can get that stuff anywhere here in Oklahoma. Would have done me a lot of good about 10 or so years ago. I was pretty good at those spirits. Especially on a Friday or a Saturday night. That's the gin, you know. You got the gin within. Why waste your time with that one? There's one that's a lot more fun. The gin within's a lot more fun, that genie. The genie within. You know how to release your inner genie? Let that genie out of that bottle. Pop your top. What were those guys always saying? Yeah, a couple of those wackos, they were always talking about their bunghole. I do think that's the how you open a cask of beer, something like that. A big old bunch of booze. Oh yeah, with booze you lose, with dope there's hope. Pretty much true. Pretty much true. You know, everybody goes out and drinks, they become Superman. I was my best Superman on Red Bull and vodka. I was a really good Superman on Red Bull and vodka. It's got to be really good for you, you know? That's got to be good for you. I can smell it now. Yeah, you can buy any of that booze just about any time of day now. Yeah, to kind of plan our time release our alcohol there, you know. Plan for 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh, Bert had a line. It was so funny. Hey, why do they close the bars here same time they do as Tulsa? Talking about LA. Okay. You know, actually, I've got a video trying to load. Since I live out here in the middle of nowhere, that takes time. I may cover something in this one that was in that one. But y'all need to hear it again. Hear me? Hear me? Now I'm invisible. Have been. Invisible. The Navajo have the dine. The dine. Said it before. Jethro was a Bodine. The dine is the enlightened person. No hate, no greed, no ego. We'll be going back to that. It's part of the event. Yeah, the first event, let's get clear about it, is the marriage to Mary and Yah. That's the Holy Trinity, you, Mary, and Yah. Right there. Red wine. First miracle, water to wine. Let's go there. Roll away the stone. Rock of Ages. Christians, when I was a kid, sang Bringing in the Sheaves. Now, when I start looking at it my way, how about be ringing in Shiva? Yes. Are you sitting Shiva? If you're Hebrew, you could be sitting Shiva. Shiva. 7. 7 is divine. Seven times around Jericho. Go back to 5. Hook up with those two to become 3 in 1. You know. Then you're a force. You're not a power, you're a force. Hey, you're a force. As I told you before, you can use your knowledge, your gnosis, for good or for evil. And there's a force universe out there that foresees something and made it happen. Manufactured it. Sure, you can tell the future if you go do it. That's what it's all about, really. Just working the natural principles, the laws of the universe. So, pick up on it. Pick it up, pick it up. Listen to this thing coming around. What do we got here? Manifold. That's a muffler issue, manifold issue. That man's a folding. Heard about the Mighty Quinn? You remember that song, The Mighty Quinn? I think Dylan wrote The Mighty Quinn. Everybody covered The Mighty Quinn. The Quinn. The Quee. Mighty is the Quee. The Key. The Key. Quee. Quee. Key. Key Gong. Key Gong. Tai Chi and Qigong. Similar stuff here. You know, there's two ways to heaven. Take the Tao or the Tao. Either way gets you to Yahweh. Yeah. The smoke and the prana of the marijuana. Smoke and prana. Incense. Prana. And Mary and Yah is marijuana. What do you think of that? That's, you know, it's a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual thing, this cannabis. Look at all the stuff it does. Thousands. Look at what they hid. The ability for that one thing to prevent them from cutting down and raping and pillaging this world. That's how bad they want to be destructive. That's how far gone they are. And then they want to sell you a bunch of baloney on carbon footprints and shit like that there. Hardy, har. Harpoon that crap. Harpoon it. Yeah, Jonah in the whale. One more time. Jonah in the whale. Well, you know, you can wail in anguish, or you can wail in victory. Now, in that whale, for 3 days? How could you stomach that puke for 3 days? Poof. Well, blow me down, Popeye. It's a deep well through that blowhole, you know. Just so you don't have to go back. Popeye and olive oil. Yeah, the olive's in your medulla oblongata. It anoints the cerebral spinal fluid as it passes by, and that's the Christos. The endocrine system circulates around in there to manufacture anything it needs to heal you in your system. If you realize what's up, Doc, that you're the quantum physician, the quantum mechanic, and the quantum magician. Understand the physicist photon is the mystic's guiding light. And you trip the light fantastic on the inside. That's where you're gonna wah-wah tootsie. That's where you wah-wah tootsie. Talking about my little army man. See, all war really comes out of the Pentagon. And it needs to be Pentagon. You know, that Pent needs to go on. That crew. That bunch. But see, those cats. Those black cats. Take their marching papers from a can of worms. Now known as the Vatican. And I said you're Hindu, Christian, Muslim, Hebrew, y'all Hindu. Well, Vedic, as in Vatican, is no different than Vedic, as in Hindu. Vedas, the Vedas. So, T and D interchange here. Ta-da, touchdown. Let's go to Odin. Look at some of the ways they've written Odin. They've crossed the D. They put a cross on their D. Why? They know why. They know why. You know what? What? You know why? Huh. Is that coming in clear? Can't see with all the sunlight. Hope that shows up. It don't matter. But you know, this little t-shirt thing, hopefully one of these days is going to be on the YouTube channel. And you can help support my ministry. Get that worked out. I actually got quite a few of these ready to go. Popeye and olive oil. Yep, that's the olive oil. Bluto always wants to get Popeye's olive oil. Bluto, the bully. Bluto the bully are the Taurus fields. You know, the lion green pastures. Those are the Taurus fields. Now the Taurus fields, you have one in each hemisphere of the brain. That Taurus field on the left, over there in the Carnival, evol, must be steered, cut off, so that you may arc over, be led by the right field, the right torus field. You out in left field? You got to be in the right torus field. That's led to gold. Gold is ore, and ore is light. Light. See, ore, O-R-E. Gold is O-R-E, ore. Going around the mountain here. It's going to get up the top, look down on it, you see it easier. And ore is also light. O-H-R is light, if you know your Hebrew. So we got there from here, see? See? We got there from here. Whoop! Got that hanging out on the steering wheel kind of precariously. Yeah, need to tap it down, taper down, taper. Hey, we were talking about the tap a minute ago, yeah, tapping in the gap. So I get cracked up, like I said, I'm in advertising. Okay, let's go there real quick. There's a cat with a gap, and he likes to tap. And he starts here, you gotta start here with your tap. And you tap back there to that. Tap from there to that. Cracks me up. Hey, change your life, just $49.99. 3 easy payments, $49.99. You can change your life. Send it to me today. All 3, by the way. Let me just give it away, okay? Oh, man. Hey, I can give it away, you still ain't buying it, okay? I can give it away, you still ain't gonna buy it. Yeah, some will, some won't, so what? Some will, some do, some don't. So move on. It's like I said in a previous video. It's the aura that precedes. Kind of there before you. It's out ahead of you. So get out ahead of this. Oh man, that's what kind of happens there. And some people receive it, and somebody are like backing up. You know that personal space everybody has? Yeah, you can watch them. You can see it. You can feel it in the air. It's electricity, man. It's how we communicate. Well, see, this electricity is going here up to that satellite, that little satellite. Beam me up, Scotty. You know, Kirk means church, and Ahura, his communications officer. Hey, where's my man? Where's my army man? Because she, the comms officer, direct connect to God. Ahura Mazda, God of Zarathustra. Zarathustra sent a magi to Bethlehem. The star of Bethlehem be the lamb. That's Thalem, the lamb. There, Thumbelina. You Thumbelina? Has it got your nose there, Thumbelina? Around the mountain again. Down at shore. Shore it up. Hey, gunfire. Hey, but we're out here in the country and all these good old boys got them. Y'all got their guns out here. Yeah? Now in the city, you hear that kind of thing and you think a little different. Think just a little different about that one. I used to hear it. Sure is quiet out here. And you can see a lot of stars at night. That Milky Way is coming in clear. Am I coming in clear? You know who controls the airwaves, and that's evil forces. May the force be with you. Yeah. Star Wars. Yeah, Kirk means church. The Enterprise is your mind. There's a prize inside if you go in and find it. All those battles for your mind again. You know, he's got the Doctor. Bones. He's got bones. Spock, he's got his logic, if he'll use it. You know, he's got his heart there all the time. Love-struck baby. You know, he's so magnetic. He's the magnetic one. Magnanimous. He's Magnificent Seven there with him, see? He's got his seven with him all the time. Has to sacrifice one or two, what seems, once in a while. Sometimes the dead would. Falls. Beam me up, Scotty, to the crown chakra. To the battle for your mind here. So there was a battle for the York Rite and the Scottish Rite. Which right is right? Which right is wrong? Y'all wrong. That's what's right. That's what's right, y'all wrong. Because y'all warmongers. You're not stewards or stewards. You know, and that whack job bunch of doctors. They signed an oath and they broke it. Oh, they broke it. For the duh. Big pharmaceutical companies, Pharmakia, they don't provide any cures. Treatment. Now gets really diabolical. Gets really diabolical when it comes to petroleum products and cancer. Diabolical. Do your own research. Threw it out there. There's a seed planted. This wind farm thing. Let's go there for a moment. Hell. Some genius down in Texas, you know, they sell property to Chinese companies to build wind farms that aren't worth a damn. They break down. Part of the spy versus spy game. Infiltration. Taken down from within. You ever heard of that? You ever heard of that? Huh? 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 What's that guy? Huh? Huh? You ever heard of that? Huh? Huh? What about that? Have you heard of that? Let me slap you around a bit. Yeah, here we sit out in the middle of nowhere. Have you scheduled an appointment with Bliss today? You made your peace with Jesus yet today? Asking for a friend. Just asking for a friend. Yeah. Have you made your peace with Jesus yet today? All right. We're going to leave it with that. Try a little of that on you. He arose, and it's a pretty good smell. Ooh, that smell. You know which one you want on ya. Oh yeah, you know, Sade. See, the mate of a left. Let's go back to that real quick. Spin her back. Get on track. Spin it back. Aleph, you know, his mark is the X. And his mate is Sade. T-S-A-D-E. Now that is the Y. So we got the X and the Y here. We got a chromosome here. We got a chromosome here. Oh boy. See, we're getting back. See, we're get back to basics. Some basic stuff here. If you know what you're looking for. Nowhere to look under the rock. Gotta look under every rock, and I did. I don't care what they say. I looked under that rock. See, that's my problem. That's my lucky little problem. I got my fill of my first. I got found out that the world will lie to you when I was 4. Yeah, they told me what it was all, you know. Really? Been lied to my whole life. I was 4 years old and I had told myself, I've been lied to my whole life. It's a weird thought to have. 4. Well, shit, what's coming next? Oh, and don't forget I was in church. Listening to that stuff. Oh, yeah. Hey, snakes don't talk. And you're not going to get smarter from eating any apples. Maybe a pineapple. Some nuts are edible. No, really, it's true. It's true. When I heard all that, I said, yeah, I ain't buying this. I'm a preacher now. That's the wild part about it. It was what pretty much caused this. So we have to go way back to see it. And if you even want to step back from that, Jack, I was dumped in Oklahoma from my biological mother's in Texas, brought me to Oklahoma, had me. She went back and left me here. She went back to Texas, and I'm back to Tulsa. Anyway, it's so divine. It is so divine, so I ain't gonna whine. I got the homemade wine and just hang out on the front porch with our homemade wine. So, I think we're gonna go now. You know, you can drum up that wine. You can drum it up. You can hum it up. Hum it up, hum it up. Drum it up, hum it up, strum it up. Trance it up, Transylvania. Transform you in Transylvania. You don't need a spike to do it, or a jab. See the jab thing? Let's get, now that I said it. Who knows what's in that jab? And you don't want that jab in you because there might be some little nanoparticles that can penetrate the blood-brain barrier. And then they get this 5G going really well, and they might be able to give you a nice little headache or two. Who knows what? Because there's, in that head of yours, there are a bunch of little magnetites. They are the most sensitive bioelectromagnetic receiver known to man. They're in your head, all over it. You don't want them messing with that, do you? I wouldn't let them. I wouldn't let them mess with that. See, because they're messing with your RNA, and RNA's in your DNA there, Danny boy. You know, God took a rib to make Eve. The rib of the ribonucleic acid in the deoxyribonucleic acid. How about? Because there are no coincidences. The Hindu knew this stuff ages ago. And the story of Krishna is the story of Jesus. And half a dozen others in cultures that you just didn't have all the dough the Universal Catholic Church had to promote. Get a moat. The I-beam, abracadabra. Watch more cartoons. There's a message there that's what I see now. I should have figured it out then. We should have known how to go into the closet, into the temple of the mind. See, Jesus went in at 12. The mystery schools, yeah, he learned that at 12. 1 + 2 is 3, you know. There's a Holy Trinity. Dimitri. Drop the dime of DMT. You're gonna drop the dime? So you don't have to pay for it other than dropping the dime. It's in here. Get that levee to break and the river flow. The Rio Grande, El Rio Grande. That's that with his key river. You know the key of C? You know that key of C? Yes, yes, yes. C. C. How many C's can there be? 7, at least. Ponder on the water and walk on it. If you have a yellow submarine, a little gill favor. Jill. You know, Gill, that helps you breathe underwater. It's also a little baby name. It means happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. You got a happy head? Got a happy head. You will know them by their fruit. You know that term? Yeah, that aura puts off that energy. And the ones that have too much negative energy, boy, it interferes with them, and they're put off. But the ones that have light energy, they receivership, transmission received, you know. Light worker, energy worker. These aren't drones you're looking for. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan 2. Obi-Wan 2. Get round to it. You gonna get round to it? Say turn and do it. Say turn and just do it. Nike. See, Nike, that's Mercury. You know who has the keys to the kingdom? See, the keys to the kingdom is Peter. Peter's the rock. The rock. And the pineal gland is the rock. It's the rock that waters. It's the rock that waters and makes that wine. The pineal gland is just a little bitty kernel, about the size of a grain of rice, for your snap, crackle, and pop. But it's a little crystal ship, and you got to get your crystals in alignment. Alignment. No government, alignment. Don't govern the mint. Don't let your mint be governed by anyone but you, Capitan. Get that ship in alignment, and it causes the endocrine system to manufacture that milk and honey, the living waters, the raven's milk. The healing. Happens within. Take that. Just take that with you, okay? Be kind. Be the sensitive kind. JJ has a whole little song about it. Be the sensitive kind. That would be your Mother Mary. You be like Mary. You be like Yah. They're the template for the dine. They're the template for the Navajo dine. And the Hogan is the house. Hogan's heroes. in the house. How many of them were there? 7 maybe? And then there's Schultz, and he sees nothing. Hey, he's the nowhere man. Yeah. Yeah, you don't care. Give me the good, just give me the good desserts. Give me the good stuff. Yeah, I'll drink that wine. I'll eat that cookie. That's why I had LeBeau. The LeBeau. Wrap that up. And they had a radio guy too, of course. Seems like he was a bit of a goofball. Oh well. Again, it's the mind, the house. The chambers are here. Get in the chamber. So my favorite one, my just favorite cartoon is the darn cat putting Fred out of his cave at night. You know, Fred puts the cat out. The cat jumps in the window, grabs Fred, puts Fred out. Now Fred can't get back in. He's not coming in the window. He just stands there and screams, Wilma, waking up the neighborhood. It's all emotional. Why can't he see to just jump in that window? Hey, look at his back. It's like Popeye getting Eugene, the Jeep, from the Maharaji in a box. Now, Eugene the Jeep can walk through walls, so why send Eugene in a box? Any idea? Any idea? And, if Sweet Pea rides around on Eugene. Hee-haw! Riding around. And Sweet Pea is the sweet pineal. And like the Jeep we're sitting in, he can jump. And he can go through walls. So they say. Not this one, but this one. This one can. You gotta knock them down, remember, RePent. Middle blocks. That again. See, it's there in a cartoon if you see it. And once you see it, you cannot not see it. Anyway, I think that's enough fun for right now. We'll be back, with more of this jazz. Shalom. Peace be with you, that's what Salem, that's peace. Salem is the lamb. Star of Bethlehem. You be the lamb. I have all these little, you be the lamb, what was the other, You're a bud on the vine, bloom be the Buddha. Bloom and be the Buddha. Dog, God and work, dogs. Remember that. Pause. Take your dog for a walk. Take pause and your dog for a walk. Yeah, meditation is mediation, is medication. 3-step process right there. It's very simple. That's a little trinity of its own. A lot of trinities out there, and a lot of fours and what fours, and 4 doors, and 4 squares, 4 directions, and a lot more. What fours. So, we'll be back with more